I'm going to do a centered zipper, obviously where you see the stitching on either side, equal distance. So I'm placing the zipper like this, and the thing I've done so often in my life is, okay, I've permanently stitched up to where the zipper is going to go, and I judge that by the slider, the stopper, the metal stopper there, and the length of the zipper tape. And I let the thread hang long here where my basting is, so I can pull that out, and they're hanging long up here, so I can pull it out. My policy all my life for putting in a centered zipper was just uncurl like this so that I can see the zipper teeth are in the middle of that seam. I'll turn it around so that I can see that. And I put the pins in on one side, and I put them in on an angle because they go through the zipper tape and the fabric more easily. I don't know, I seem to have started this when I was a kid, and to me it just always seemed the easiest. So when you're doing a zipper, hand basting will be so wise so that you get it just the way you want it. And for the demo, I'm just winging it and doing it quickly. Then I've always found that if I sewed on the other side, the side that doesn't have the pins, it was easy just to do straight stitching up like that. And the pins weren't in the way. But let me show you some other ways. I could use this product, Wonder Tape, Wash Away Wonder Tape, to apply the zipper. And this just goes on to the zipper tape like this. This just takes a place of pins, and you might find it helpful sometimes. I don't use it a lot, but I like for you to know about some of the things that you might enjoy using. So you push hard against this tape. See how I'm using my thumbnail there to really make sure it's tight to the zipper tape. And then you can pull off this white part. So you can see that film that is the sticky that will adhere to whatever you want to sew it to. All right, this will stick wherever you want it to. So let's again make sure we're putting it right where the basting is, and that we're centering it right in the middle where we want it to appear when it's sewed onto the garment. Like this. That washes out, so that's pretty great for a lot of things. And then we're simply going to just top stitch on the top, the right side of the garment, and we'll put pins down here on each side. Just make sure that those little tails are held in place and that we know where to start the top stitching. So this is where you could give yourself a guide so that you really do like your top stitching and that it's going to go straighter. So you can measure over. I prefer about 3/8 of an inch for this top stitching for a centered zipper. And you could put in a mark that's going to help you, and a disappearing marking pin, one that's going to go away in air, can be a good choice. The spongy wool I'm working with is not showing this mark so much, but I can see it actually. But here again, if I ran the hand basting, that would hold everything in place and also give me the guide for sewing straight. This pin's in my way there. I'm going to sew across the bottom and up the other side. The zipper tape is in the right place. I want it over here, away from the teeth of the zipper. Lowering my needle right there on what would be the tails of the zipper, coming across so I can come up the other side. And I'll pivot on my needle where I think that 3/8 of an inch is. I'm gonna hold my hands like this to make sure it's held, the fabric's held in control, because the presser foot wants to pull away on the fabric. So many times when I'm sewing, I'm helping the fabric, the sewing machine, understand what it should be doing with this fabric in this situation. So here, how am I going to pull that zipper down, that slider out of the way? In my opinion, it's okay to go ahead and do a little swerve around if you have to, but on the centered zipper, sometimes it goes straight without doing that. Looks pretty good. Yeah. So here it is, top stitched on one side, and then we do the same on the other side.